Hello everyone and welcome back to another Minecraft video, and in this one we're going to be checking out a couple of methods, techniques sent to me by my viewers for flying in 1.13, taking advantage of some of the new features. Now one of those new features is Dolphins and the Dolphin's grace effect. Now this dolphin right here might disappear later in the video. I've tried renaming it, which means it shouldn't despawn, but it has done so that could be a bug, but I've captured this guy and experimented with feeding it cods and submerging the player in water nearby. I've done all sorts of experiments trying to have a captured dolphin which we can get the Dolphin's grace effect from. We need the Dolphin's grace effect to make this trick work, and I haven't been able to get it reliably, but essentially you could do everything else on demand. So there are three other things that we need. We have an Elytra, then a speed 2 potion, and depth strider 3 on our person. So if we have those things like I do right here, and I'm going to use these command blocks to give me the other effects, then in survival mode we'll be able to launch ourselves out of the water. And so what we'll have to do is sort of imagine that I've got the speed 2 potion on me, we're out there swimming, we find a dolphin and we drink it, and we have the effects at the same time. So there's my speed changing the field of view, and there's the Dolphin's grace effect. And it's very important when we go into the water that the Elytra wings are spread. And you saw there that they are indeed spread. I'm going to hold down control now, and we're going to go back up to the water, and you will see that we whoosh off into the sky. Really, really high. Let's press F3. 100 and... what was that? 17. So we probably go almost 64 blocks above where the water is, and then we can dive back down into the water, and our wings are spread, and we can whiz around here really fast, and then we can take off back into the sky again. Absolutely crazy. How high did we get that time? One thing that I'm doing is I'm holding down control. So let's dive down quickly and turn upwards and try and come out of the water a little bit faster this time. And we got to about 116 that time. So it could be that we're slowly losing our momentum. So let's do another experiment together and just coast on down to the water here very slow. Try and lose some of that momentum and drop into the water. Hold down control, go under the water a little bit, come back up, and there we are going out of the surface and pressing F3. We got up to 122. Wow! So slowing down and spending your time in the water seems to increase this. Okay, we're going to do it one more time here. I've already done this a little bit myself, but every time I do it, I tend to have a lot of fun. So there we go, and we're boosting up 117 that time. Now, there may be like an optimal angle to aim for. I haven't done that much research. I just wanted to share this cool tip with you. And like I said, it's very important that you spread your wings when you go into the water. So if we don't do that, I jump in and I press control and I try and get out of the water and nothing happens. So it's very important that you enter the water in flight mode. It seems that the game will keep you in flight mode when you're going through the water. So a big thank you to Finding Demo for sharing this first one with the community. The second one is from Guy Person, and at first I thought that what they had found was just something quite simple and this had been over-engineered, but after some extensive testing I've realised exactly what it is that they have done here. Now for this one you need a little contraption like so. We have some water held back by iron bars and a dispenser down below with these slow falling potions inside of them. We also have an Elytra, we have the potions, and then we have Riptide 3 enchantment on our trident. Now I'm in creative mode at the moment, and I'm going to show you what it is that I originally thought that they had found. If I just stand here in the water, press F3 to see how high we go, we get up to around 96 blocks. So that's probably about 32 blocks higher than when we started, right? And so I considered the rest of this to be a little bit over-engineered. And then when I started messing around in F5 mode, I started to figure out exactly what was going on. So we need to change ourselves to survival mode, and we need to press this button. And this is all very tricky stuff to do. Then we need to hop up through the water onto the iron bar and then jump like that. Hold down right click and we have to have our wings spread. There we go. Okay, it's very derpy. And then we aim upwards and we get really quite high. Look at that, 165 blocks. So we went almost 100 blocks up into the sky, whereas before we only went up by about, was it 32? So let me break down what's happening here. The iron bars are actually placed so that the player can climb on top of them, and jump into the water, and the water isn't actually touching any other blocks directly, which means that that slow fall through there. Let me try and break down what's happening here. We have the iron bars holding back the water, but without being close to the water itself, which allows the player to plunge themselves in with their elytra extended. And it seems like the slow falling potion is helping the player do that where it would normally be quite tough. And then when you use the Riptide enchantment from a flying position in the water, then you go really far up into the sky, right? So let's do that one more time together. And as always, I'm going to use this F5. It is so much easier when you're using F5, but pressing the button at the beginning can actually be a little bit trickier. There we go. So now I've got the effect, and this is the key part right here. Got to get on that iron bar and then jump and spread the wings, hold down right click, aim, and off we go into the sky. Absolutely crazy. So the next question is, can we use both of these things together? I have the Depth Strider, I got Dolphin's Grace and Speed, and I've got the Riptide enchantment on my Trident. When we go down into the water, we can use the Trident effect. However, if I hold down control to swim faster, it becomes a little bit tricky to actually use this. I'm holding down right click and it seems to just activate at will. There we go, it activated. So timing it with coming out of the water is kind of tricky. Although that time I actually managed to do it, but I wasn't aiming upwards. So now let's go back down into the water. I'm not going to hold down control. We're going to slow down a little bit. We're going to get under the surface here. I'm going to right click and then out we go. Let's press F3. We got as high as 140 there. Right, now let's try that again, but also sprinting. Okay, there we go. That was kind of clean. 155. Wow. Okay, so you can use them together. It's very tricky. If I try and walk you through the technique a little bit again, this technique is really quite tricky. You've got to tap control to get a lot of speed, go up to the surface, hold down right click, and just try and time it right. And sometimes you get real high. Well, that was perfect because we got 172. And that is the highest that we've got up in the air yet. And that was from all the way down at the water as well. So it's all doable in survival Minecraft, and I hope you found it interesting and useful. Big thank you again to Guy Person and Finding Demo for their contributions here, for sharing these with the community. And I hope you've all enjoyed this video. If you have, leave a like. As always, thanks for the support. And if you're looking for more Minecraft 1.13 content, then be sure to check out the Season 6 of Hermitcraft playlist. There'll be an iCard on your screen to click on. But that is it from me. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.